Hey, Jeff Doreen here from thesoapguy.com, and how much soap have you given away today? So today we're going to give away 100 bath bombs, as we have been, and I kept these boxes here of some soap that we purchased from one of our participants. So let me just have a quick look at this with you guys. First thing I love about this is I love the coloring. I love the natural coloring here on the label and the ingredients. I haven't opened this. They actually use this to seal it, and it's very cool too because they have the they have the little window there so you can smell it. Same on this one. This one here is charcoal soap, which is extremely popular right now. I hope everybody is making a charcoal soap. The name of this company, by the way, is LeBlanc. LeBlanc at it's LeBlanc, LeBlanc, and their store is LeBlanc at Etsy. Let me make sure that's correct here if I can find their Etsy store here, which is one of the things that should be most prominent, and it doesn't look like it's most prominent. Let me turn over the card. So here's their business card. It's leblancsoaps.etsy.com. So very cool. One of the other things I like on this one here, this is one of those fold-in boxes where you just, there's a more specific name for it. I've gotten the name wrong, but it has the little slip here that you put in, and I think that, and it's a little bit sturdier than most soap boxes. A lot of soap boxes you get out there are extremely flimsy, and that's one of the things I've always liked, the craft coloring on your boxes. The fragrances on these are awesome. They've got really hot items because they've got the black soap here, they've got a citrus soap, and they have an oatmeal milk and honey. These are all best sellers. They're doing all of the right things with this soap here. Then the other two items that we got from them, we got a beard, it looks like a beard balm, a beard wax of some kind. So beard products, more and more men, you can see them everywhere, gigantic beards everywhere. This is a very hot product. Last thing is a charcoal mask that they sent, right? So charcoal masks. The really neat thing about this item, as you guys are going forward with your businesses, is, and I don't know what the retail is in this because they just sent us a bunch of stuff when we made our order. These items here are probably your highest margin items when you do these correctly, right? So you get really, really nice margin. One of the things you should be considering any type of business is which items are your highest margin items. So go ahead and check that out. I can talk all day about Etsy and getting your product up on Etsy just as a a really nice place to get out there. Don't forget, there's a lot of people doing what you're doing on Etsy too, so you have to be a little bit specific about what you're doing. Make yourself a little bit different than everybody else in order to get some traction there. The winner for the contest from yesterday is Jennifer Aiken. Jennifer Aiken of North Carolina. Congratulations, you won 100 bath bombs. And let's go ahead for today's contest. As I was saying, be specific. Let's make that your subject and send it over to the email soaporders99@gmail.com. Be specific. Put that's what's going to get you in the contest. Don't put anything else in that subject line. Just be specific so we can put it. It'll be the 50th person will win 100 bath bombs. So we'll go ahead and send those in, and we'll announce that winner next time. And I also was asking, I've got a bunch of emails here. We're asking specific stories about people who are giving stuff away and how either what they were giving away affected them or how somebody gave them away something. One of the stories I have a story here, a nice email from Kirk down in South Carolina, and he was telling me a story about how he was driving through the drive-thru at the chicken place and they didn't have the chicken he wanted, and so they ended up doubling up on his chicken, right? So the really cool thing is that it made a memory for him that he remembered, hey, that was the place that doubled up on my chicken because they didn't have exactly what I want because I was going through the drive-thru late at night and they were closing up. So he's going to go back there. He thought enough to send me that story. Right? So anytime you make an impression on somebody with something, and you might think it's nothing, but man, in the end, it is something. There's also something that happened to me just recently where I was visiting with a friend I hadn't seen in 30 years, and it's really surprising the things that people remember, and there was some specific story about how I helped this fellow out, and I completely forgotten all about this, and he remembered this story, and he relayed it back to me, and he said thank you, and I was really, really grateful, but it wasn't something that I did on purpose or I did to get thank you 30 years later. So doing all of these little things like giving away soap and in this case giving away some chicken and helping out this fella, it makes an impression, and sometimes we don't realize what it's doing. So just keep up that good news. So that's it for now. We'll see you guys next time, most likely tomorrow. Thank you guys for participating. Looks like all of the comments are starting to build. We're getting more and more comments, and we really appreciate that. We appreciate the participation. And if you have any stories about giving stuff away and it came back and affected you or the person you gave it away to in a really neat and positive way, just go ahead. I mean, little stories are just as important as the big stories. Go ahead and send us those emails so that we can share them with the group. Thanks, guys. See you next time.